For the 12th consecutive game, the Boston Celtics have found a way to win, this time taking it all the way down to their final possession as DeMar DeRozan's mid-range jumper falls just short, a true representation of today's game for the Raptors as they fall to the Celtics by a score of 95-94. Welcome into the Boston Celtics newsfeed post-game recap brought to you by DraftKings.com. I'm Connor Peterson reporting for CLNS Media. With Kyrie Irving sitting out his first game of the season tonight with a facial fracture, Al Horford led the team in his first game back after missing the last two in concussion protocol. He missed just one shot as he went 8 for 9 from the field and hit his only three-point attempt to lead the team with 21 points. His offense wasn't the only notable impact he made on the team, as the Celtics looked about as good defensively as they have all year with their stud big man back in the lineup. Despite allowing Toronto to shoot nearly 42% from three-point range, they were able to keep them under 100 points in an excellent defensive effort that forced the Raptors to turn the ball over 17 times. While Boston's 40% field goal percentage was among their worst offensive games in terms of efficiency, they were able to hit the shots in the second half that they were unable to knock down early on, as they shot 6 of 11 from a three-point range in the second half after going 4 for 13 in the first. Without their greatest offensive weapon in Irving, the C's got off to a slow start in the first quarter, and continued their decline throughout the second before Terry Rozier hit an and-one three-pointer in the closing seconds of the half. To put things in perspective, that 4-point play represented 20% of the Celtics' offense for the entire quarter. Neither team was able to hold a lead of significance for any period of time in this one, and that produced one of the more electric fourth quarters in the entire NBA this season. The two teams traded buckets all the way down the stretch as 11 different players scored points in the final quarter as the Celtics held on to win by just 1 point. Tonight's recap is sponsored by DraftKings, the best place for you to win huge cash prizes every single night. With basketball season back in full swing, DraftKings is the place for one-day fantasy basketball. You can enter into their big money groups or play in beginner or casual contests with your friends. Head to DraftKings.com armed with $5 deposit and our promo code CLNS, and you can play for your share of $10,000 in total prizes. Don't wait. Use the code CLNS at DraftKings.com now to choose your lineup. This one truly had the feel of a playoff game with the Raptors playing like the team they're expected to be, giving the Celtics as good of a run as they've seen during this streak. Brad Stevens mentioned before the game that they would rely on a number of players to make up for Kyrie's offense, and that was certainly the case here. Jaylen Brown played perhaps the best all-around game, scoring 18 points on 8 of 14 from the field and holding DeRozan to just 8 of 22 defensively. But it was the clutch buckets from Jayson Tatum and Terry Rozier that stole the show, as they scored 11 of the final 18 points for the Celtics in the fourth quarter, proving their youth is no hindrance to their clutch ability. Kyle Lowry started off hot with 11 points in the first quarter, but scored just 19 by game's end, despite connecting on half of his 8 three-point attempts. Aside from DeRozan's 24 points, no Raptors scored more than 10, as the team saw scoring contributions from 10 different players. Not among them, though, is Norman Powell, as he left the game in the first quarter with a hip-pointer injury and would not return. Kyrie Irving is expected to play in the Celtics' next game in Brooklyn Tuesday night, which would be the first time both he and Horford are in the starting lineup since playing the Hawks a week ago. For more updates, you can head to youtube.com/CLNSmedia, as we are going to have locker room video, as well as the post-game press conferences up shortly. Until next time, this has been Connor Peterson reporting for CLNS Media.